Hey, what's going on, guys? So here's another recent problem that I'm having with my car. Basically, I gotta do the rear rotors and pads, but the major one is my radiator. I decided to take a dump on me. Well, I don't know, you can't see it, but it's on the plastic side of the radiator. That side there. It has either a pinhole or cracked. I will show you guys later once I actually take it apart. So I'm gonna start ripping into it and hopefully try to get it soon here real quick. I did get the radiator. Usually it costs about 400 bucks and I got it for 200, brand new. I have it in the box. So I'm assuming I'm going to be taking off the upper radiator support, which it has like 3 screws here, maybe 1 on the side, and then this 2 over here, and this other 3 on this side. And I'll keep you guys posted to see how this thing is going to come out. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. It's gonna be something simple, nothing too crazy. How to get that done, and I keep on posting you guys and see where we at. Alright guys, here you go, a little update. I took the radiator upper support. Like I said, the 3 screws, the 2 in the middle, and then I took this little things out. You don't need to because they come out with the piece itself, but for peace of mind I did. The one thing that I do tell you guys is to be careful on is the grill. This plastic, they do get very fragile, and like you can see, I broke one of mine, so I don't know, probably gonna have to glue it up or see how this goes. But so yeah, you don't have to take this locking support. It has 2 screws on the bottom, right here in the bottom. It has 2 screws, but you don't have to take it out so far because I think it's going to clear the radiator. The radiator is right behind this cover here, and this is the radiator, so it might clear once I take the fan out. It might clear to raise it up without having to take this out. So let's keep on going at it. Alright, keep on updating you guys. The fan itself, it has the plug, has 2 clips on the side that you just press on it and pull down, and it has 2 bolts, one right here and another one here. You take them 2 out and it seems that it comes free, so it's just a matter of pulling it out. Alright, so we got the radiator fan out. And basically this line here, it gets in the way a little bit with the support of the radiator on the bottom. So when you pull it out, what you want to do is the support of the radiator that goes here, you want to go behind it and kind of incline it, lift this side up a little bit, so then the other support on the other side could go past these hoses, and then it would just go straight up, no problem. So that's a little update on that. And let's see if I could get where it's cracked over here. Let's see, somewhere in here, somewhere in this side. I can't see it quite yet, but I don't know if it's this hose or we'll see what it is, but somewhere starts here. Alright guys, so another update here. I took this hose down. It has one of the pull-ups just like this one from the top. It has right there. So you pull it out and then you yank it off. Then the hose has a clamp over here. So one of those C-clamps type of thing. You loosen that up. Also, these hoses are the oil lines for the oil cooler for engine, transmission, and power steering, I think it is too, on the other side. So you take the little pins out. Let me show you what they look like. That's what they look like. So you take those pins out. Also, you take those pins out, and then you're capable of removing the lines. Then on this side here, inside this side here, there's a little like a little cover that holds them in place. There's two lines in place, and it has this type of screw on it, and the actual little bracket that holds it is this. And let me see if I could tell you, T25. So there's a T25, and the rest of the bolts that I've been taking out so far, they're 10mm. So that's that for that side. Once I come over to this side, this is the reservoir line, so that's easy. And this one, I'm going to try to take it out with the whole thing. Then we go to the bottom. There's two lines, power steering lines. So, and it has a different clip on it. So I'm going to have to play around with that right now. There's two of them. And then the bottom one, I don't see it attached to the radiator itself, this one. So I don't think there's anything else up down there that connects to it. So from there on, also from the AC condenser to the radiator, you got to take this liner out. It has a 10mm bolt on it, and then if you look right behind it, right here, see if I could get you guys in there. See, hold on. Okay, in there, this little square, just like a squeeze. You squeeze it and it's going to release the condenser. And it's like a little square that pops out of there. It's right behind there now, but a little square that you squeeze on one side, and then you can pull from the condenser side, and then you can spread them open. And it's going to have the same one on this other side. See that little square? I don't know if you can see it back there, but it's the same thing. Squeeze and spread it out, and it should be good. And yeah, so far so good. Now I just gotta take that out and take the hoses out, make a mess on oil, hopefully not too much, and we keep on going at it. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you another trick and the progress that I've been on right now. Still haven't taken them out because I'm still working on this side. And what I did was, those little red plugs there, see if I could zoom in. Yeah, those little red plugs. See the other one at the bottom with the piece of glove of mine? Basically those are the power steering line. And they come with that type of clip, which is like special tool clip on, which I don't have, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't have. But in case you do, you're a lucky one, and then you can reuse that clip again. I won't be able to. But either way, what I did is, when I was taking the hose out of the hole, I put it right on the edge, and as soon as I took it out of the hole, I put in a screw, a fat screw, just like the one, you know, with the hookup. That way I don't make a whole lot of mess. I do have power steering to put on, which is like about $16 a cord if I'm not mistaken. So I bought a cord, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the whole mess situation. And I know it's messy over here because my oil cooler, the gasket on it started leaking or something, and I gotta do that some other time. But the trick is, so you don't make it messy, this is the bottom hose here, and I did the same thing. As soon as I took it out, I put a stud on it. That way, a bolt, stud, whatever, something that is fat, the same fatness of the actual line in the radiator, the nipple. That way it doesn't make a mess. So after that, let me see. I don't know what other trick I could show you over here. I got nothing. Let me see. Oh, actually I do. So, let's see, I got 1, 2. Yep. So basically, this is a radiator, and that's where the little red caps came on. And on this side, ooh, nice. I got these other caps that are just gonna fit in where the lines are, so I'm not gonna be making a mess by reusing those caps. Maybe whatever is left in the line, there's nothing I can do about that, but it won't be as dramatic as I was expecting it to be. So things are looking up here. Alright, so I'll keep you guys posted. Alright guys, little update. So you can see I'm still there, but I had to take out the front bumper. I was trying to avoid that, but there's things in the way that you can't deal with it with the bumper. And basically, how to take the bumper out is all the screws on the bottom, and you take these little clips that are here, 2 or 3 clips. When you go underneath of it, you have a T25 bolt right in the corner here, and then there's a bracket. This bracket here, this bracket is the one that aligns. See, the T25 goes there, and this is the one that aligns the bumper to the fender. Take that out, and then on top you got your headlight screw over here that holds it, and there's two little clips, the one that I broke, and that's it. And then you pull it forward, and depending on your model, you might have 1 or 2 plugs for the what do you call, for the fog lights. But anyways, the reason I had to take it out in order to keep on going forward is because on the back of this thing, the radiator is, and all of this crap, there's some bolts that bolt to the radiator, but the only access you have is from the front. With the bumper being on it, it's like a little mission more impossible. I tried, but it's just way too hard. I mean, I spent already like 30 minutes trying to go around it without having to take the bumper out, and the bumper is really like not even 5 minutes. I've taken it off so many times that it's so simple. But anyways, the reason why I took it out is because, see this bolt here? I took it out without having to take the bumper out, but you know, you imagine, I mean, I'm trying to play in a little space here. With the bumper off, I got all the access to it. And the other reason is, see this bolt here? There's no way you can get it with the bumper on. I tried, and I kind of stripped the head of it, and then I realized that I have 2 other bolts holding the other cooler, and it's a mission. So now I got the bumper off. I'm gonna take the other 2 screws off and this one up front, and then I should be able to keep on going forward. So keep you guys posted. Alright guys, so the radiator is finally out. Okay, that's the old radiator. I was trying to see if I could find a crack or something, because it was on this side here where it was leaking, and can't seem to find. Maybe it's under high pressure, whatever crack, or I think that's it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, right there, could be. That's like a weird line there, which it could be that's where it's cracked, but somewhere in here it's where it was leaking down. Anyhow, so I took the radiator out. This is a mess over here, and yeah, so basically you gotta take the other 2 bolts out in order to free the AC condenser from the old radiator, because it has, so you can see these little hooks, the hooks in the front of the radiator, and unless you take those screws out and all that stuff, that doesn't come loose. And then this oil cooler here, it doesn't come loose either unless you take the 2 screws out, and so on and so on. So now I got this mess, and I gotta put in the new radiator back on. So yay, almost there, guys. I'm gonna clean up a little bit if I can and keep on going at it. Alright guys, I'm almost at the finish line here. Kind of put the radiator back in, put the oil cooler, all the plastic, the screws at the bottom here. Let me see, I kind of cleaned up a little bit the engine. So I screwed in the oil cooler on both sides, screwed in the plastic, put in the clamp. Here is a clamp that I was telling you guys about to be able to remove these lines. That's the clamp. See if I put this. No, that's right. This is just that I got it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So put in the clamp, all the stuff. Put in my bottom hose. Always double check everything, guys. And then on this side, see this clamps here that they came from factory? You can reuse them as long as you don't screw them up when you're taking them apart, which is really easy. You put a little flathead screwdriver on the so it has like a little hole there. I don't know if you can see it. Well, it has a little hole there, see? And then you pry it and it's gonna click. And then when you're gonna put it back on, you use a plier and you put pressure, and it's gonna go over the little lump that it has, and it's gonna grab on again. So that's secure and tight, and I did that on both of them, so I don't have to buy fancy clamps or cheapy clamps and start having leaks later on. So I did that. I'm about to put the fan on, and then the upper hose, and then from there add water and whatnot, and start it up before I put the bumper back on, and it should be good to go. So hopefully here in a few I'll have it all up and running, and later on I'll put on the bumper back on and whatnot, and hopefully we'll be finished. Keep you posted. Hey guys, so I finished the car. I had to drive it and try to get the air bubbles out of the tank, which is easy. You just fill it up, let it sit for a little bit, and then keep on adding water to it. And then when you actually drive it around for a little bit, the water is going to keep on getting air out, and then you have to refill again the tank, which that's what I did today. Sorry, it's the next day. It got dark out and I wasn't able to finish videotaping, but so everything is back together, no leaks. Running everything as it should. I did the rotors and the pads also, so it has brand new rotors and pads in there. I don't know if you can see. There you go. But anyhow, so yeah, so that's it. It's finished. Hopefully I won't have any more issues on the water side. But that's it's not really complicated. It's just probably my first time doing my Mercedes, and the way I would do this again, if I ever do it again, it will be removing the front bumper from the get-go, and it shouldn't take more than an hour to take everything out. But you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, it's just all done and ready to go. So hopefully this helps anybody out there. Again, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.